We are live. Welcome to my OMAD Q&A, where I'm going to talk about my journey with my intermittent fasting OMAD style. So I like to call it OMAD Style Intermittent Fasting, and we're going to share with you why I started it, how it's helped out with my emotional eating struggles and my binge eating struggles, and how it's helped me to be so successful in my weight loss journey in the last month. Also, I've got something special lined up for you guys. I'm going to do a live try on. Hopefully, this goes well and I don't expose myself because that would suck. I don't know what YouTube would do to me if I did that. But I bought a pair of medium shorts because I've been noticing that my size large shorts are loose. So I'm going to try this on live for you guys because I'm having issues with the scale, okay? Of course, because my period's around the corner. So we're going to talk about all of that too. This is my scale, my weight update right now. Good morning, Cheyenne. Nice to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for just being a bad A in your support. Thank you so much. I don't even know if I can swear on here. I'm not sure, but we'll just keep it PG just in case. I appreciate you, girl. Reppin' Time Fitness, what's up? How are you doing? Hey, well, good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good morning. Everyone's doing their good mornings. Thank you, guys. So, the scale. Gotta love the scale. My period's in a few days. Sorry, men. This is just a reality of female life. And the scale went up a pound, even though my calories were really low. So this is why I'm doing this try-on haul, because the scale doesn't always tell you the full details. It doesn't. It doesn't tell you what is really going on. And I looked in the mirror this morning and I looked lean. So when the scale's doing what the scale's doing, don't let that discourage you. That is a key, because when it comes to emotional eating and stress eating and all of that, I know the scale used to trigger me a lot. Like I would work hard like the day before, then I would pop on the scale and it would be not so good. So I would get upset about it, get emotional about it, and then the cycle of emotional eating, binge eating, and stress eating on the weight loss journey continues. So let's talk a bit about OMAD. Why did I start OMAD? This summer, I was completely desperate. I got into a car accident and I was just eating up a storm. Pain is my trigger, as I talked about in my most recent video on what I eat in a day to deal with emotional eating, which you guys pretty much showed up for. Thank you for that. I'm loving the views on that, and I'm hoping to help more people with that because it's something I'm going through right now, but I have so many tools that I've been learning. And then I was just out of control. I was trying prolonged fasts, but it doesn't work. Key with prolonged fasting: if you are doing a long fast, so prolonged fast is any fast 24 hours or above, also known as extended fast, and you do a fast and then right after the fast you binge and you overeat, it's not your time to fast. Cut it out. You should not be prolonged fasting and binging or responding to a binging episode with prolonged fasting. It's just going to mess you up and you're not going to lose any weight, and it's just going to discourage you so much. So I was going through that over the summer. And then September comes along and I'm like, okay, you know what? We're gonna start this over. We're gonna do this right. We are gonna find a way to stay in a calorie deficit. Every time like keto doesn't go well for me, or any other unorthodox way of losing weight, I always default to going back to calorie counting. So I did that, and I started a calendar so I can visually see how many calories I was eating, so I can visually see how many days I was overeating and binge eating. Because in order to change, you have to see what's going on. You need to know what's going on. You can't run away from the calories you eat. You can't run away from the days that you're binging. So this calendar was put on my wall where I would see it every day. So I told myself, okay, we're going to go from binging every single day and stress eating every single day to let's aim for 5 days this month. So that's how I did. I set that goal. I did struggle with binging in September. And then, bam, I recognized what patterns were going on. So I hit my goal of not binging 5 days. And then the next month, I set another goal. It was 3 days. And then the month after that, I had no problems with binging. And the reason why OMAD helps me so much, intermittent style fasting, OMAD, I should say, because I fast anywhere between 20 to 23, 24 hours a day. The magic number for fasting for me right now is 22 hours a day. I don't know why. That's like the magic number. It's helping me. And the reason why I do that, because it shrinks my eating window so much that I literally have no time to binge. No time at all. So I eat in the evening because I eat in the morning, then all the thoughts of binging come, all the stresses come through because I'm going through a lot of stress right now with the accident and me moving out very soon. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to share that journey with you. But anyway, I'm going through a lot of like stuff in my personal life. So like the default for me is to overeat. So fasting is forcing me to sit down and sit with those emotions. It's forcing me not to turn to food, not to turn to stress eating. Now, I'm in a place where I'm able to do this because I've been fasting for years. And you can do this without fasting for years. It's just that you have to know if you're in the right place. Because if you find that you're doing these fasts and when your fast breaks, you can't control your eating, then you got to do another method. You can't do this. It's all about being in tune with yourself. So this is how it's helped me. And then it just helped keep me in a pretty large calorie deficit. And then I was able to lose this weight, which is a win for someone who struggles with binge eating disorder, for someone who struggles with stress eating and emotional eating. It is a win. I have enough body fat on my body to use as fuel. So don't worry about the calories or anything like that. I'm going to check the chat right now. I see there's a comment here. Cheyenne says, I feel so lean sometimes, and then I get on the scale and I weigh more. I chalk it up to inflammation from getting more activity. Never worry too much. I'm usually on the verge of a breakthrough. Yes, that is so true. When the scale tends to do that, when the scale tends to go up, or it tends to like level out and you expect it to go down, you are on the verge of a breakthrough. Look in the mirror, because if you look in the mirror, as Cheyenne said, she said she looked very lean. That's the indication that magic is happening. So when the scale does weird things, there's several things going on. For me right now, it's the period. Coming in 3 days. I have endometriosis and the whole lot. I honestly thought I couldn't get pregnant because I had endometriosis. And then my nurse was like, when I got pregnant, my nurse was like, because I was being careless with birth control with my partner. And the nurse was like, you only get infertile if it's in your fallopian tubes. I'm like, well, I would have known, if I knew that before, maybe I would have been not so lackadaisical about it. But anyway, I have endometriosis, so there's a lot going on down there, a lot of weight gain, plus the mental side with the PMDD. But at least I know when day one strikes, all those symptoms will go away. So that's one reason for women. Other reason for the general public is if the scale's not moving and you're doing everything right, it's because you exercised a lot and you did a lot of weight training and you may be sore. So that means you're holding on to water. Another reason why the scale won't move is because your body's doing magic. It takes energy to burn fat. It's doing magic. So hang tight. Keep up with what you're doing. Don't let that scale dictate where you're going. Don't identify with that number in the scale. I'm telling myself this right now because I was identifying with the number in the scale, which is why I'm going to do the try-on haul for you guys right now. Thank you so much, Will. Will says smash the like button. Yes, please do. Okay, I'm going to go try this on. This is a size medium, and wish me luck. Hopefully, we're good. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the camera. Hi, dog. I'm in my son's room. All right. I'm walking over. Am I? Okay, I think I'm on screen. I am. Let's not. I have a mirror here. Okay. I wear thongs, guys, because it's just easier for me, okay? Wearing underwear sucks. It's just annoying. Anyway, that's TMI. So everything's big on me right now. So I just don't want to expose myself. Anyway, here we go. This is the medium-sized shorts. I'm probably bloated, loose skin from a period, or from losing weight, but here we go. I'm so nervous. Imagine if it doesn't fit, guys. Okay, don't expose yourself. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's a bit. Okay. 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 Oh, whoa. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Bo, I'm squatting to try. Don't. She's a dog. Don't. But I think they fit. They fit, guys. They fit. I don't even know why I chose this color, but wow, they fit. I'm shocked right now. How the hell am I a size medium? Like, seriously. They fit. Where's my fupa? Whoa. Yup, guys, this is a size medium. It fits. How am I a size medium? This is so mind-blowing. Guys, when I started this weight loss journey, I was a size, on top I was a size 4X, and the bottom I was a size 3X. And to sit here and put on a size medium short and have it fit, I'm mind blown. Like, this journey has been so hard, and I'm just so proud of myself. Hi, Bo. Are you proud of me too? I'm just so proud of myself. Like, this is absolutely insane that, like, I'm a size medium. I don't know about on top because of the girls, but I think on top I'm still large, but my legs are shrinking. Bo, really? You gotta get off the couch. Look where she's at. Bo, get off. Can I sit? I need to do my live stream. Okay, down. Stop. Oh my gosh. Let me fix the camera. Wow, I'm gonna be going to the gym today and working out in these shorts. They're pretty colorful, but yeah, I haven't worked out in 3 days, and I noticed that my thoracic spine just crunched up. And my physiotherapist said that movement's gonna help you, and I know that. So we're gonna go and do some workouts very, very soon. But I can't believe it fits. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments now. Thank you. She's ridiculous. Like, what? But I guess that makes for good TV. She freaking sniffs my butt while I'm like, come on, Bo. And she does it to strangers too. She'll just go right in their private parts. She's a dog. That's all I can say. Cheyenne says, good job, Daniella. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. And this is with the scale. The scale's sitting at 195. So my lowest weight is 193. So right now the scale went up 195. Usually I go up 1 pound with this whole OMAD thing, but it's up 2 pounds. And it's my period, because literally my calories were like real OMAD calories yesterday, because I couldn't eat due to issues with, I believe I have a stomach ulcer from all of the Advil I was taking. So I reluctantly started taking prazole. It's like a treatment to reduce the acid in your stomach. I said no pharmaceutical drugs, but I'm going to take this because I think I have an ulcer. I'm pretty sure I have a stomach ulcer because the pain was unbearable. And yesterday I did not want to eat just one meal. I wanted to eat more. So that was pretty annoying. So I'm taking that. I'll take that for 30 days. As long, I don't think the reactions of it are too bad. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. You guys are popping. Thank you for being here so much. I really appreciate you guys. But I'm going to talk about I got to answer a few questions. Okay, these are general questions about intermittent fasting. How to start intermittent fasting. All right, to get started with intermittent fasting, you need to download an app that helps you track. The app I'm currently using is the Zero app. There is another app called the Life app. If I remember, I will link these below in the description so you guys can get your hands on it. So link apps. It's important because you need to track. You need to see the data. And then you start off with that. Keep tracking. I would recommend starting off with a 16-hour fast. That's like the sweet spot. If you can't do it, or if you're struggling, make it to 14 hours at least. 14 hours is a win. And then just slowly just make a routine and make a habit. You don't want to jump into the longer fasts right away. I did this incrementally, and that leads into my next question: how to start prolonged fasting or extended fasting, or doing OMAD type fasting. So you want to like set a habit, and I believe it takes 21 days for a habit to stick. When you are setting a new habit, In the first 21 days, some people say 90 days. Heck, let's say 90 days. In the first 21 days to 90 days, but let's be realistic. Let's do 21 because you don't want to go from 0 to 100 too quickly. So in the first 21 days, you want to stick to that habit as much as possible. No breaks, no cheat meals, no cheating off of it or anything. Stick to that habit. That's what I did in September when I went back to calorie tracking after binging up a storm. So you want to try to stick to it. You're going to fail. Just expect failure. What you need to do is focus on your response to failure. If you fail, sit down and be like, okay, why did I fail? What happened here? What emotions were coming up? Was I too busy? Was I doing this? Approach it with curiosity. Don't approach it with negativity. Don't approach it in a way that brings you down. Success is just accumulation of failures. I failed my way to losing, how much weight have I lost? I can't keep up. Almost 90 pounds. I failed my way into losing that. So you do that, Bo, can you just lie down? You do that for 21 days and then you keep doing it and don't just stay focused on that. So do that, get comfortable with intermittent fasting for about 16 hours and then slowly start increasing to maybe 17 hours 1 week. And then the next week, 18 hours. And then the next week, 19 hours. You want it to do it in a slow incremental process. And that is where we go into extended fasting. So it's the same thing with OMAD. Just keep going. And if you just want to do OMAD, stop at 22. You don't need to go more than 22. I think 22 hours is the sweet spot. But if you want to get into extended fasting, so that's anything 24 hours and above, and the reason why we do extended fasting is to reset our metabolism. If you have really stubborn weight loss, the best fast for weight loss, extended fast, is the 36-hour fast, because that is where you get maximum fat burning. Even just getting to the 36-hour fast, there's no need to do these 3-day-long fasts or what have you. I'm doing them or trying to do it to heal injuries. The longer the fast, it's more for healing injuries and stuff like that. But for weight loss, 36 hours is the max. So to get to that, you want to start off with a 24-hour fast. Try doing that. See how you feel. See how you respond. If you respond negatively, it's not your time. Focus on putting in the habits. In order to get to those extreme levels of losing weight or those extreme levels of seeing results, you need to really build the habits. The habits are everything. That's why so many people fail when they do crash diets, because doing crash diets, you're not learning any habits at all. And some people will say, oh, fasting's a crash diet. No, it's not. You got to incrementally work your way to it. It can become one if you're going from eating junk food to like fasting for 3 days and then you have no habits. Yeah, but you can do that with anything. You can do that with calorie counting. So it's really, really important to build the habits. Focus on building the habits. And when you go from 24 hours, once you hit past that 24-hour mark, that's when extended fasting becomes easy, and get to 36-hour fasts and you're a win. I would recommend doing them once or twice a month if your weight is really stubborn. Now, another thing that I want to answer is, and I'll get to the comments in a bit, what can I consume during my fasting window? So during your fasting window, these are the things I consume. You can consume liquids that do not have sugar, obviously. And you want these liquids that are like high in sodium and potassium. For me personally, I like bone broth. I am currently taking electrolytes in the form of snake juice packets because I'm working with Cole Robinson and I'm using that. But you don't really need his snake juice packages. He's even said that to me. He's like, just go to the store, get some Himalayan pink salt, get some new salt or any salt that's high in potassium. So Himalayan pink salt is your sodium source. Potassium salt is any salt that has potassium chloride in it. And throw in some magnesium and you mix it in with water. Now, I'm having a big aversion to just drinking salt water right now. So I think I'm going to start mixing things in with bone broth. So you can have that. You can have coffee while fasting. I have one right now. Ooh, let me grab it. I have coffee with cream. This is a 60-calorie coffee. I have 2 servings of half and half cream. You can have that because anything that's fat. And the key with fasting is that The reason why you want to have things that have fat or protein is that you want to stay in ketosis while you fast. That's the fastest way to get into ketosis, is fasting. You don't have to do it for that. You can just do it for other reasons, but that's why you want to eat these certain foods and liquids. You can have my little beet juice concoction that I made myself. I have that mixed in with ginger, lemon, and a bunch of other things, and I put in Crystal Light. I have monster drinks when I fast because it's not a big deal. They're not, I'm talking about the ones that are low in calories and low in sugar. You can have anything that is low calorie liquid when you fast. You don't want to be eating anything while fasting unless you're doing a fast mimicking diet. That's another video for another day. So yeah, I'm going to catch up with the comments here, and then we're going to answer some more questions later. I think we're still live. I think my computer's just being weird. Anyway, so the grind with Will says failure is part of the process. It truly is. You got to identify with failure differently. Failure is how we grow. Failure is how we gather information. Failure is how we build discipline. Failure is how we become relentless. And the reason why so many people fail is because they're not willing to face their failures. They run away and they give up. Don't be that person. Don't give up. Just going through the chat here. Ron's Keto Cafe says, congratulations, Daniella. You cracked me up on your last video update. Oh, thank you. I can't remember which one I did, but I'm glad I made you laugh. I'm going back here. Good morning, Ron. Yes. Okay, here we are. Yep, hard work paying off well. Definitely a lot of hard work. I just cannot wait to get to the point where I'm reintroducing carbs again, really healthy carbs, and I'm building muscle. But right now, we're doing the ketosis thing because it's just the fastest way and easiest way. Not even fast. This is not about losing weight fast. It is the most convenient way for me to lose weight because it kills my hunger. As soon as you throw in let's say potatoes. I love potatoes, which I can't wait to start eating again. I just want to eat and eat and eat. So yeah, ketosis is just the way to go. Ron's Keto Cafe says, we're back from our early 2-mile walk on a gusty cold morning. I heard it's cold in the East Coast. Like here, it was 8 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I would say it was a bit warm. It wasn't too cold here, and I was trying to figure out why everyone's freaking out on the East Coast. Cheyenne says, I have had issues with stress and stomach ulcers since I was a kid. It's terrible. Sorry to hear. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I've never had stomach ulcers in my life or anything like that, but I have a feeling it is related to stress, like from the car accident, just so much stress that I've been dealing with. My body probably just freaked out. Plus taking all the NSAIDs, all the Advils and the naproxens, that usually messes up my stomach. I think it will be okay because I woke up in so much pain. I was like, I thought I was going to die. I've been having that feeling a lot lately. Jeez, all these like panic attacks and all this stuff. But, I'm growing through what I'm going through. But yeah, I took the medication and it helped. Let's hope there's no side effects of this one. I don't think there is. There won't be. There won't be. We're going to speak into the universe. This one doesn't have that bad side effects as amitriptyline did. That's what I had done when I first started keto. 16/8 fasting. Yes, Ron. Oh, yes. Combine it with keto. It's magic. The 16/8 is easy. It's such an easy fast. It's just the best place to start. Oh, hey, man. Superhuman Unchained is watching you right now, and I will always support you and your channel. Thank you so much, sir. I really do appreciate you. Okay, so those are the comments. We are going to jump into some questions. I'm trying to see why my live stream isn't loading. I know it's on. It says I'm live, but my computer's being weird. All right, these are questions asked by you guys. What apps are you using for food and for the weight loss and fast? Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. This is from someone from Instagram who's been following me for a while. So the first part of the question is, what apps are you using for weight loss and fasting? Right now, I'm using the app Zero for fasting to keep track of my fasting. And for weight loss, I realize I have multiple apps. Okay, so let's do this. For weight loss or weight logging, I use MyFitnessPal and I use the Renpho scale. I bought the Renpho scale. It's like a scale that gives you more than just the weight, but it can't give you everything at the end of the day. You really need a high-end scale, but it gives me muscle mass and everything. It's relative, but it's nice to have because then I can look at those numbers. And the Renpho scale just automatically logs my weight. And what I love about the Renpho scale is that if I'm having a day where I don't want to look at my weight, I just close my eye, go on the scale, hear the ding in the app, and then run off, and I know it was logged, and I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I'm using for that. Next question. Of course, the computer is going to do this to me. Okay, this is from YouTube from Jess. Question for Sunday's video. I will be running the Houston Marathon, so I'll watch the replay. Oh, Jess, you are amazing. I want to run a marathon one day. That is my goal, and that's why I was working with Paul back in the day, as in 2 months ago, before I discovered my knee was messed up. But I really want to run. I'm so excited for you. Like, oh! Anyway, on OMAD, what's your carb limit? I never could reach ketosis when I was low carb, 75 grams. Plus distance running back in 2021. So with ketosis, I am aiming to consume on average on the daily around 20 to 30 grams of carbs. Should not be going more than 30 grams max for me. On other days that I need to eat more carbs, I go to 50 grams of carbs. And this is not including fiber. I can eat all the fiber in the world. We don't count fiber as carbs because it's insoluble and it doesn't really go through our system. Well, there are soluble fibers, but the solubility doesn't matter. We focus on net carbs, which is your total carbohydrate amount minus your fiber amount. So yeah, so that's why I can stuff my face with vegetables if I want to all the time. Any vegetable that's high in fiber. Even if you're not in ketosis, throw in fiber in your diet from vegetables because, just eating all those vegetables really helps you out so much. It leans out your stomach. It makes you feel good. You get all the micronutrients because everyone's so focused on the 3 macros, carbs, fats, and protein. There are so many things we need to worry about health, the micronutrients. So yeah, that is my limit, 50 grams of carbs or less. And then she says, I could never reach ketosis when I was in low carb / distance running. That is very interesting. I notice when it comes to ketosis that when I take the blood monitor test, I've never seen my blood ketone level more than 0.7. But Cole has got me taking the ketone urine test. He says those are way more better, more accurate, I guess, or you don't have to worry about the blood test. I go into full ketosis. So don't worry about it. I know learning from Dr. Mindy Pelz that especially if you're running or if you're healing, your body's going to take those ketones and use it as energy. So you actually may be in ketosis, but your body's just taking the ketones to use as energy. Next question. Are you doing water fasts or extended fasts with just coffee, Monster, and Diet Coke? This question is from Instagram. Sorry, I felt something on my leg. I was like, is that a spider? In Alberta, the spiders here are huge. Okay, back home in Ontario, we have tons of bugs. Tons of bugs. Like there's roaches back there. Oh my God, I hate roaches. There's like centipedes. I hate centipedes. There's like stuff like that. Here in Alberta, the only thing they have, I didn't realize, I came here because we were looking for houses to buy or condos to buy. And I'm like, as long as there aren't any roaches, I'm good. And the lady's like, we don't have them here. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, it's because it's really dry and they don't exist. I'm like, there's a place on earth where these stupid creatures don't exist? Pretty happy. There's not a lot of bugs here, but the spiders in Alberta are massive. And I don't do spiders. And there was one haunting me for 2 months. I told my dog to eat it. I don't know what she did. I think I need to get a cat or a frog, something running around to get these bugs. Because when I live on my own, I don't know who's going to kill the spiders for me. I'm going to have to get Raid. That's what my therapist said. Because my psychologist is also afraid of spiders. And she's like, it's the easiest thing to work through in therapy. She's like, exposure therapy. She's like, but I never do it for myself. She's like, just get a can of Raid and like spray. And I'm like, okay, that's the best method. I guess get some Raid and get a vacuum to suck it up. Like, ugh, I just can't do spiders. Anyway, let me answer the question. I got completely distracted there. Are you doing water fast or extended fast with just coffee, Monster, and Diet Coke? Okay, I don't touch Diet Coke. I don't like Diet Coke. I can't touch that. But I do use Monster and I do use coffee. So I'm doing both. Let me explain. So I like to throw in one extended fast once a month for healing purposes because I've got so much inflammation in my body and to help metabolically reset my body because I am fighting metabolic syndrome with the fatty liver. The fatty liver hopefully will go down. Cole said it will go down. I hope so because I was not happy when it was still in the ultrasound after losing. I lost 75 pounds and it was still there. But what? It is what it is. So I do that for healing my chronic pain injuries and to help reset my metabolic disease. Like once a month or twice a month is good. This month, I'll probably do it once a month. Cole says I don't need to do extended fasts, but I like to do it for healing because there's other reasons to do extended fasts besides losing weight. And I don't like to use that as a weight loss tool. I like to use learning how to control what you eat during your eating window as a weight loss tool. Weight loss happens in the kitchen. That's what I say. It does. It's about what you put in your mouth. Fasting, all that stuff, those are just tools. But the true way to stick to losing weight is to control what you put in your mouth in the kitchen. So control the binging, control the stress eating. That is the key. As long as you focus on that. Exercise is easy. Just go for a walk. You can lose a ton of weight with just walking. You don't have to worry too much about, what to do, cardio, blah, 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 unless you're building muscle. But still, I wouldn't even focus on that. Just focus on destroying the habit of overeating. And then yes, my daily fast, right now, my extended fast, I cannot do it with water. Ever since the concussion, my brain's been freaking out. So I've been doing it with my beet juice, which is nothing. And I've been doing it with bone broth. I think bone broth is good enough. It gets my electrolytes in and everything. So I guess that's how I do my extended fast. Probably with bone broth. We'll probably do bone broth, not so much with the beet juice in that because the Crystal Light has like corn something in it. Even though it's like 5 calories, still, I don't want that stuff in my body. So yeah, I do both, but mainly the focus is doing the daily OMAD style fasting with 22 hours of intermittent fasting, having coffee, and all of those liquids I previously mentioned. Thank you so much for your question. I'm going to look in the chat. Oh, I saw centipedes. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go back up. Hang on. My brain can't stand the scrolling. Good morning, Joseph. Thank you so much. Joseph says, morning, Daniella. Keep going, my friend, and lovely and beautiful and nice. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, Joseph. You are such a light. I absolutely love your comments, and I appreciate your support and your kindness so much. Repentime Fitness says, I need that scale. Yeah, it's an old, like, you can't really, like, it's not accurate, but it's relative. You can use the data relative to, the day before. It's like the Fitbit, right? These things are not accurate in tracking the amount of calories we expend. But if we keep tracking it over time, we'll see the pattern. So it may not be accurate. It doesn't have to be accurate for you to find patterns. It just needs to be accurate in the way that it tracks, if you know what I'm saying. Cheyenne says, centipedes eat other bugs. Oh, I know. People tell me that all the time. but the legs. I know they're here in Alberta, but I don't see them in the houses. I don't know. I know the legs. They scare me, okay? They do eat other bugs. But so do, it's funny. I love snakes. I love lizards, and I love amphibians. Like, I'm a weirdo. And my mom is terrified of snakes. A lot of people are terrified of snakes. I'd rather have a snake roaming around in my house than a centipede or a bug. I know, I'm so weird. Raid is the best. Yes. Cheyenne says, do you use artificial sweeteners in your coffee? Yes, I use stevia. There is this pure stevia brand that I found at Safeway. I do have it in there. I like having the sugar in there. Before I used to have black coffee and all that, but I don't know. Now I added some sugar and cream. Fake sugar, stevia, not sugar. Stevia, I use that, and it's like an organic non-GMO stevia, and it's really good because it tastes sweet. Hang on, take a sip. Yeah, I really love it. And I also use Jordan's skinny syrups. I think that uses erythritol. I'm not sure. But those are the only two sweeteners I try to stick to. When I go to Starbucks, I use Splenda because the stevia at Starbucks sucks. So the Splenda gives it more of a taste. I don't know what they use at Starbucks. I get no sugar tasting at all. So weird. Repentime Fitness is facts. Repentime Fitness says, I can't do snakes. I love it. I love it. Anyway, does anyone else have any more? Oh, no, I think there's one more question. Yeah, there is. Oh, shea butter. Totally forgot about your question, girlfriend. Let's answer it. All right. How do you deal with calorie counting during your period / before your period? That's a great question because I'm in that moment now. I notice during ovulation, I'm very hungry. Yep, that's a thing. More than usual. But during my period, I can have days where I'm really hungry or days where I have no appetite. At all. Also, how do you deal with sugar cravings? Okay, I'm going to break that down because that was several questions. Number one, how do I deal with calorie counting before and during your period? Okay, when you first start calorie counting, it's going to be tough, especially around times where you want to eat and overeat, especially around that time of the month. So in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I did not track my calories before the period because it was just too overwhelming for me. Just one day. I did that for one day. And I assumed, and I went back and did the math and assumed that it was like 2,000, 3,000 calories. But as you go through time and as things progress and you get that habit of sticking to tracking your calories, it becomes easier and then it becomes natural. And then you let go of all of those anxieties and fears about tracking around your period and tracking if you binge or overeat. Like, I know it's hard, but if you're going through a moment of stress eating or emotional eating or binge eating and you overeat, track the calories. Just track it, okay? Track the calories. You need to know what you're consuming. You need to face it. You have to face it. Because then when you face it, you realize, holy smokes, I ate that many calories. And then you're like, okay, we can't do this to ourselves anymore. We can't. Because awareness is power. Awareness is how we make change. It's so uncomfortable. Trust me, it's so uncomfortable to track your calories during a binge, but try your best. If you can't in the moment because the emotions are too much, it's fine. Sleep it off. Work through the mental part of it. Journal about your feelings around what triggered that binging. That is very key. You may not be able to do in the moment, but after the moment happens, sit down and be like, what led me up to the moment of binging? What were my emotions? What was my state? Was I tired? Was I exhausted? Did I, what was going on? So break it down the next day when you're calm. So yeah, you're going to fail at it at first when it comes to tracking around your period, but you just keep going and eventually it sticks. Like this whole thing, guys, really clicked for me, I would say in November. So it took me 3 months or two to 3 months for all of these habits of reversing my binging, reversing my stress eating, and calorie counting again, which I absolutely hate doing. It took 3 months for it to really stick. And when it stuck, I continued to do so. And I'm not going to stop. Like this month, I have not set up my calorie calendar. I'm going to do that today. It's halfway through the month, but the habit is so stuck in my head. But that's a trap. That's a trap. Okay. Look, I've been doing good from September to December. I tracked all through the holidays, right? You're feeling good. Then you start to get lackadaisical. And then you're like, oh, I don't need to do the systems that got me here. Do it because you'll fall off. Do it because it's that reprogramming of doing it over and over again that sticks in your subconscious. It's going to take time to change this habit. I've been binging for years. I've been stress eating for years. Ever since I was a kid, I would stuff my face with food. So it's so important to keep on building those neurological connections. And then eventually one day you will be able to stop. But don't even get that in your head. Just keep doing it. Some people don't even stop. Like Michelle McDaniel. I know a few of you know her. She, to this very day, has to track because she struggled with binge eating. And when she stopped tracking, she says she can't stop tracking because it keeps her binge eating at bay. This will be like a lifelong thing to deal with, emotional eating and stress eating, because food is everywhere. Food is so good. It's like anyone who struggles with alcoholism. Like when it comes to these addictions, whether it be alcoholism, people who struggle with drugs, people who overeat, people who are addicts in terms of sleeping around with people. I don't know if I can say the word, you know what I mean? People who do all of that, and I'm in that category too, just the eating part. I don't do the other part. It is us trying to escape. It is us trying to deal with our emotions, but we're dealing with it in a negative way. So it all comes down to the same thing, whether it be whatever you're dealing with, it's being aware and understanding what emotions lead you up to turning to that bad behavior. Next part of the question is, I noticed during ovulation, I'm very hungry. Okay, ladies, there's an app, download it. It's called Flow. My doctor told me to download this app years ago because she would always ask, oh, when's your last period? I'm like, I don't know. I downloaded, I stuck to it. That app is amazing because it gives me like updates. It's like, oh, you will be bloated today. And I'll be like, well, that would make sense. So around ovulation, yes, there's a point where you get hungry. That happened to me a couple weeks ago. I remember I needed to eat. So I just ate and I didn't do OMAD. I didn't eat extreme. I ate like 1,600 calories. And I'm like, my body needed to eat. And then the next day, the weight stayed the same. During ovulation, yeah, you'll get very hungry and you can get bloated during ovulation. I didn't know that because I was so bloated. I was like, huh, what's going on? So yeah. Oh, hang on. I just saw someone pop in here. Hey, Derek, good morning. Saying hi to Reppin. Good morning. Nice to see you, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. Next question in here is, oh, yes. And during your cycle, you can have days. Yeah, there's been time during my cycle. She says, I've had days where I'm really hungry or days where there's no appetite. That can happen. Let me explain. There's something going on with the hormones. There's been times when my cycle would start and I would have no appetite because I would just be feeling off, nauseated, or just didn't want to eat because I felt full because of all the bloat going on. So that's normal too. And then there are times where you just want to eat up a storm. When times happen when you want to eat more food, guys, during that, or ladies, during that time of the month, do it. Eat complex carbs. You actually need to eat carbs. Dr. Mindy Pels talked about this because you want to support the progesterone. I'm going to be learning about the cycle and losing weight around it and fasting around the female cycle because at the end of the day, we have to cycle our lives around that. And you want to eat carbs, healthy carbs, like sweet potato, rutabaga. I love rutabaga. It's actually a keto vegetable, but you can eat it. It's basically like an alternative to mashed potatoes. It's so good. Edamame pasta. I need to grab some of that because I'll be getting out of ketosis around my cycle, which is very soon. I'll be doing that. And just eating like healthy carbs. What else? Oh my God, oatmeal, things like that. You want to stay away from the processed carbs or carbs that are high glycemic index, things like pasta and stuff. Unless it's like a whole wheat pasta. If your stomach can do that, cheers to you. I miss whole wheat pasta because that used to be my staple. Like I used to be able to eat all of that stuff until I don't know what the heck happened to me. After, I'm learning about that. I'm learning about childbirth and how it can actually cause metabolic disease in women. It's the placenta, something to do with the placenta. I don't know. I'm learning. People are figuring it out. But something went terribly wrong where my body just reset. I couldn't have anything that I used to have. I would have a visceral reaction. So yeah, going back to that, there will be times where you're hungry and there will be times when you're not. Honor your body, increase your calories responsibly. Just because it's your period doesn't mean you go out and order a whole bunch of crap. What you can do is satisfy those cravings in a healthy way. I highly recommend dark chocolate. It's been helping me a lot with my cravings. Dark chocolate, there's something in it, the magnesium. I just feel so good. At first, I was like, ew, what is this? Because Cole got me into it. I'm like, I'm not into it. And then I found the Lindt dark chocolate, which is so good. And I just got into it and I loved it. And it would help me. I would have 4 squares max, which is about 200 calories. Dark chocolate is really helpful for our hormones because fat helps regulate our hormones. So there's that. And then she asked, how do I deal with sugar cravings? There you go. Dark chocolate. My artificial sweeteners are the way I deal with sugar cravings. So my Jordan skinny syrups, stevia, I sometimes make little desserts that are used with those artificial sweeteners, or I just buy things like Grenade protein bar. Like the Grenade protein bar, magic. That just cures my sugar cravings a lot. Or I just put a bunch of like stevia in coffee. But yeah, I think as time goes on, when you're first starting to track your calories and stuff, in the beginning, the sugar cravings and all of the cravings are going to be hard Your body is just going to bombard you with, I want to eat this, I want to eat that. I'm here to tell you it gets better. It gets better. You just got to push through that. I know it sucks, but it's just the law of the universe. We got to go through struggle and hard times in order to evolve. And once you accept that law and you coach yourself through it, that's when you evolve on the other side. What is, like Joe Dispenza says, what is on the other side of that discomfort? Hang in tight to find out. And what is on the other side of that discomfort is glory. It's you evolve into a new person. You learn so many things about yourself. There is positivity on the other side of that discomfort. So hang tight. It's going to be hard in the beginning, but keep going. You fail, keep going. Doesn't matter. You fail, keep trying. Keep trying and trying and trying, and be kind to yourself in the process. Monitor the conversation inside your head. If you make a mistake and you eat something out of your plan, what are you telling yourself? What guilt are you feeling? And even if you're not telling yourself that, you're subconsciously telling yourself that through your body, how you're feeling. You're holding on to tension, or you're stressed, or you're getting a headache. So it is so important to be aware of what's going on in that moment. Approach it with curiosity. Like, that's the best thing to do. Approach it with curiosity. Why am I feeling this way? Why did this happen? Because when you put yourself in the curiosity state of mind, it pulls you away from the emotional brain. It pulls you away from that primitive brain, that lizard brain, or what have you, the reptilian brain that's like, oh my God, you're failing, blah, 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 anxiety, blah, 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 you know? So it's so important to do that. So that's how you deal with sugar cravings. You do healthy swaps. That's the best thing I can tell you. And if you're really like a big sugar addict, because I know some people are coming from being a super sugar addict, which was what I was. I was just addicted to those Cadbury chocolate bars. So good with almond in it. Now I don't even want them. Like, why? Because I love how eating this way makes me feel. I love eating dark chocolate. Maybe I can find some dark chocolates with almonds in it, with stevia sweetened or something. Or I can make it myself. There's recipes online. It's another thing. Recipes online to find alternatives. That's the best way to get through it. All right, I'm going to look at the comments here. Ron's Keto Cafe says, I saw this app. You scan your food and it tells you calories and macros. That is MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal does that. So does the app. There's a keto version app I used to. Carb Manager. Carb Manager does it as well. I do have Carb Manager on my phone, but I don't use it because, like, you could use it if you're in keto, but I do cyclical keto, so it doesn't matter. MyFitnessPal just has a bigger database, so it makes it easier for me, and I don't have to stress about trying to find this or find that. So that's why I use MyFitnessPal. It's awesome for that. Oh, good morning, Life. Nice to see you. Life says, Daniella, I can't stay. Just pulled up to work, but so good to see you, sis. Live. Oh, sorry, Bo. Live, sis. Keep thriving. Thank you so much, Life. You're the best. And I miss you. I need some Joe Dispenza content and your content again, girl, because your content really helps me. Need more people talking about that. Life's Magical Journey says, hello, everyone. Have a great day. Oh, you are so sweet. Good morning, Fugo Mama. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I got to go check out what you've been up to. And I got to catch your lives. I love your live streams. I love sitting here, they're hearing you talk. I love your spirit, girl. Like, your spirit is so fun. Like, I need that fun spirit in my life again, which I naturally have. Just trying to get over the stresses, the depression, and all that. And I will. I'm confident in myself. Rep and Time Fitness says, Fugo Mama. Derek's, okay, Bo. Okay, oh, Bo, yes. Okay, she needs love. Derek's Journey says, we're making lasagna this week, which is my absolute favorite type of pasta. But as long as we don't go crazy with the portion size, we'll be fine. Yes, that is a great way to train yourself, Derek. Is to enjoy something that you normally don't want to enjoy on your journey. Something that might trigger you, but enjoy it in a way that you can portion size it. And if you do that, you'll be so proud of yourself. You'll be like, I ate that size of lasagna and I didn't overeat. I did that the other day. I actually ordered some wings from Montana's because I feel like my body needed a little bit more. Of course, my body needed a little bit more calories because of my cycle. Again, during this time of the month, for women, you want to eat a bit more. And I ordered some wings. It was 16 wings. I ate half of them, literally. And I was so proud of myself. I didn't want to eat more. Like, I was like, this is enough. I'm satisfied. So that is key in helping you enjoy cheat days. I'm going to do a video on cheat days and stuff like that because, but I'll touch on it quickly now. When it comes to cheat days, if you are struggling with losing weight or struggling with going on your fitness goals, try reducing your cheat days to once or twice a month, maybe twice a month, every other week. Every other week is a good rule. And that's what I had to do because before I was having treat meals once a week. People can do that. And those people that can do that are people who are either in a bodybuilding competition or a runner or doing some kind of intense exercise or training regime that they need those weekly cheat meals. But for anyone like me and you who are just regular losing weight folks, it is important to try to do that every other week because one cheat meal, one cheat day will set you back. And that's what was happening to me when I was like in this zone of being stuck in the two teens. Like I would have one cheat meal and it would just ruin everything. And then it would bring up the cravings and I would get upset. Like I was putting on muscle, but I wasn't losing weight. My objective was to lose weight. I didn't want to main gain at that weight. I'd rather main gain at a lower weight. And I can't wait to start main gaining again. Eventually, when I get lean enough, I will probably, you know what, maybe not because of my disordered eating situation. But instead, I will probably I'll still have a cheat meal once a month, but I will have days where I have increased calories, like days where it won't be a cheat meal, but I will have maintenance calories. So I'll just eat more healthy food. I think that's the best way to do it. The Grind with Will says, hey, Frugal Mama. Everyone's connecting. That is so cool. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. The Grind with Will says, hey, Life, have a great day at work. Yes, have a good day at work, Life. Trying to see if there's any more questions. Derek's Journey says, keep pushing and moving forward no matter what, even if you don't want to do it. Yep. In order to get that change, guys, you got to do things you don't want to do. You got to do things that you don't want to do. You got to resist the emotion. And then eventually, when you resist the emotion more and more and more, you build a sense of resilience. And then it becomes habit for you. So I'm trying to think of that quote that I say. I can't think of it right now, but it's along the lines of what Derek just posted. Ron's Keto Cafe says, I don't know how to read that word. It's a what? Oh, coyote? I don't know what that is. I'm writing that down. I like learning about new vegetables, guys. Like I really do. I need to get into fruits too, but right now I'm a vegetable person because I like savory foods. Like my air fryer broke and I can't wait for it to get back because I love making fries on an air fryer. Like, oh my goodness. Air fryer fries are better than regular fries. Just let me know what you think about that in the comments. I dose it with peanut oil too. All the fat. So freaking good. Well, I don't dose it, but I weigh it out. About 50 grams, whatever the serving is, 1 or 2 servings. But I'm going to check out that coyote thing because vegetables are so full of minerals and stuff. Time Fitness says, cheat days are amazing. Just had cheat day 2 weeks. Had it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, they're good because your body's going to need it. You're going to need the fuel to build the muscle. You're going to need the fuel to lose weight. Yes, you need fuel to lose weight. Weight loss is a very thermogenically extensive process. And it's just, it's a kind of like a balanced lifestyle, like a real balanced lifestyle that's healthy. All right, Derek's Journey says, I don't necessarily call them cheat meals because technically we're eating what we want. We're just portion sizing everything and making sure I don't go over 2,000 calories, which is definitely helping. That is a good rule of thumb for you, Derek, because you are a man and 2,000 calories is pretty good for weight loss. So, okay, I hear you. That's the best way to do it. Especially I have to keep in mind, you are kind of restarting your journey, trying to get things going again. We'll call it restarting because I restarted my journey in September, trying to get things going again. So you are doing, Derek right now is the perfect example of what you need to do in the beginning of losing weight. Don't jump into OMAD. That's advanced. Don't jump into 3-day fast. Don't jump into keto. Don't jump into extreme diets. Just don't do that. I didn't start my weight loss journey off with keto. I started off with the common sense diet, and that led to keto after I set the habits. So right now, Derek is in the stage of setting those habits, and that's going to take time. So yeah, he's setting the habits of portion controlling, understanding what foods are in his body and what foods have certain amount of calories. Like, that's the way to do it, Derek. Keep going, don't stop. And as time goes on and you get those habits instilled, and the weight's going to be stubborn, because eventually we all get to a point where the weight kind of plateaus, that's when you can start pushing it with other things that that are later down the road. I'm really proud of you, Derek. Cheyenne says, I'm cracking up at 2 cheat meals a week. Oh, he said 2 cheat meals a week. Ugh. Well, Rep in Time is a man and he works out a lot. So you can do that. I can't do that, okay? I'm a woman, okay? I can't do that. Plus, I know you work out a lot and you're lean as heck, Rep in Time. Like, come on. He used to be overweight, but he's so lean. He's got all that muscle. You good, boy. Derek's Journey says, I love the air fryer. Absolute game changer for frozen stuff, that's for sure. Oh, yes. Like, oh, I'm just thinking of my frozen egg bites. That would be good in an air fryer. Oh, the air fryer is a game changer. Mine broke. So I'm trying to figure out what to get. And I think I need 2 things. I think I need a Ninja Foodie, because I didn't know there was a rice cooker in the Ninja Foodie. Like, I know how to cook rice, but having rice made in a rice cooker tastes infinitely better than cooking it on the stove. And the Ninja Foodie has a lot to do with it. And then I also want to get a Instapot. I don't know, but all those things have multiple things within them. But yeah, the air fryer is a game changer, especially if you are the person that likes things like McDonald's or wings. You can throw your wings in there and make it crispy, and it's just so good. Like, eating healthy can be really good. It is good. I love eating healthy. It's fun. It's fun. I don't like eating crap and feeling like crap for days on end, like what happened to me on Christmas. Oh, I still have tags on these pants. I forgot. Wow, they're actually really like good on me. That's so weird. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, earlier in the live stream, I tried on my first pair of medium pants. I have not been a medium since, I don't even think I was a medium in high school. I was a large, even though in high school I was walking around 175, 180, but now I'm leaner, even though I'm heavier, because I have muscle now and I work out. Like, muscle weighs more than fat. Remember that. So it does stuff to you. But yeah, I'm gonna see Rep in Time. I have you beat. I was cheating every day for 2 months straight until New Year started. That was me from May, June, July, August, and then September I had like 4 cheat days, and then things reduced. No. Oh, it's hard, but you can get through it, Derek. If I can do it, you can do it. Like, going through that transition, it'll be hard in the beginning, but I hope my journey is inspiring you to keep going, my friend, because it gets easier on the other side. And when I say easier, you technically just get better. You get stronger. It does not get easier. You're always self-checking yourself, like I did in my most recent video when I had the urge to binge, and I knew it wasn't because I was hungry. It was because of the stresses going on, and I resisted, because I resisted many times before, and my brain remembered that. My subconscious mind remembered that, and my subconscious mind was like, she resisted, and nothing happened to her. Because, like, the fear, like, the whole thing that comes down to overeating or having any addiction, it's a fear thing. It's a primitive mind thing. We get fearful of things. So we eat for comfort, for safety. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. There's other things we can do for comfort and safety that involves taking care of ourselves. Ron's Keto Cafe. We have chicken cooking today in the Instapot. Oh, that must taste good because of the flavors. Oh, enjoy. I love food, as you guys can tell. Like, love food. I love food. And I've said this in my video before. When I was overeating and binging, food did not taste good. Food was so bland. I lived beside a McDonald's, and I would just order McDonald's, and it just wasn't satisfying anymore. And I would just order, what else would I order Indian food's always satisfying. But but eating a lot of it, it's so heavy in calories, because I love the butter chicken. And then I have the little fried stuff, like the naan bread I love too. And then I would have the the samosas. Those things are high in calories. But I couldn't appreciate food more as I do now. Now that like my taste buds have changed, now that I'm disciplined with nutrition and I can like literally control myself and be like, I'm gonna order Montanas like I did 2 days ago. I'm gonna order Montanas because I can have this cheat meal because my body needs it. I need the little wings and whatnot. So it feels so good to be in control. It really does. It really does. Okay, I think I said that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everyone for all the questions. Thank you for everyone in the chat. And I will connect with you guys later. I got to go to the gym and work out this thoracic spine and get healing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Bye.